Hello, my friend. Welcome to Daily English Whisper. I'm really glad you are here today. Take a slow breath. Let your body relax. My name is Alex, and I'll be with you during this episode. Today's episode is called Dialogues Shadowing Practice Daily Speaking Builder. And this episode is for you if you want to speak English more easily using short, real dialogues. Not long speeches. Not difficult grammar. Just simple conversations. The kind people use every day. Many English learners tell me the same thing. They say, I know words, but I don't know how to speak. They say, I freeze when someone talks to me. They say, I don't know what to say next. If you feel this way, you are not alone. Speaking is not about knowing more words. Speaking is about knowing how conversations move. Question. Answer. Reaction. That's it. And the best way to learn this is through dialogues. Dialogues show you how English really works between people. They show rhythm. They show timing. They show natural replies. That is why today's episode is focused on dialogue shadowing. You will listen to short conversations. You will repeat them with me. Slowly. Calmly. This is not a test. This is not performance. This is training. Training your ear. Training your mouth. Training your confidence. Many learners believe a myth. They believe they must think first, then speak. But real speaking does not work like that. In real life, you don't have time to think deeply. You respond with patterns. Shadowing helps you learn those patterns. When you shadow dialogues, your brain learns how questions sound, how answers usually follow, how conversations end. And over time, your mouth begins to move automatically. That is real progress. Now, let me explain how this episode will work. I will introduce short dialogues. Very simple ones. About everyday situations. I will read one line. Then you repeat. Sometimes, I will read both lines. Sometimes, you will repeat both sides. You don't need to repeat loudly. You can whisper. You can move your lips. You can repeat in your mind. All of it helps. You don't need to understand every word. Understanding comes later. First, we train flow. Now, let's begin with a very simple dialogue. Listen carefully. Hi, how are you? Now repeat slowly. Hi, how are you? Good. Now listen to the reply. I'm good, thanks. And you? Repeat. I'm good, thanks. And you? Very good. That's a dialogue. Short. Friendly. Real. And you already spoke English. Now, imagine repeating dialogues like this every day. Not many. Just a few. Your confidence grows quietly. Now, let me say something important. You don't need to sound natural today. You don't need to sound fluent. You need to practice movement. Like learning to walk. You don't walk perfectly at first. You repeat. Now, let's try another simple exchange. Listen. Are you busy right now? Repeat. Are you busy right now? Good. Now the answer. Not really. What's up? Repeat. Not really. What's up? Excellent. Notice how natural this feels. You don't need advanced English. You need familiar phrases. That's what dialogues give you. Now, imagine this. Someone speaks to you in English. Your brain recognizes the pattern. You don't panic. You respond. That's the goal. In Daily English Whisper, we focus on daily speaking builders. Small practice. Every day. Without stress. This episode is one of those builders. You don't rush. You don't compare. You stay present. Now, let's do one last short shadowing practice before we continue. Listen. Short dialogues help me speak English. Now repeat. Short dialogues help me speak English. Very good. Let that sentence stay with you. In the next part, we will talk about why dialogues are so powerful for speaking, and how shadowing them helps you respond faster and with more confidence. Stay with me. You are starting something very important. Now, let's continue calmly. I want to talk about why dialogues are so powerful for learning to speak English. Many learners practice English alone with words or sentences. That is helpful. But speaking is not only about sentences. Speaking is about exchange. Someone speaks. You respond. That movement is what makes speaking feel difficult. Dialogues teach that movement. They show you how English flows between people. They show you what usually comes next. And this is very important for confidence. When you hear a question many times, your brain stops panicking. It starts expecting it. And when your brain expects something, it reacts faster. Let me explain with a simple example. You hear this question many times. How's it going? At first, you may think, what does that mean? What should I say? But after hearing it again and again, something changes. Your brain already knows. You can answer without thinking too much. That is the power of repetition. Now, let's practice that question again. Listen. How's it going? Repeat slowly. How's it going? Good. Now, let's practice a common answer. Pretty good. Repeat. Pretty good. Very good. That is a complete exchange. You didn't think. You just spoke. Now, imagine repeating dialogues like this every day. Your mouth learns the rhythm. Your ear learns the sound. And speaking becomes less scary. Now, let's talk about shadowing with dialogues. Shadowing means you don't stop to analyze. You follow the sound. This is important for speaking. Because in real life, you don't analyze grammar. You react. Shadowing trains reaction. Now, let's do a short dialogue shadowing practice together. Listen. Did you have a good day? Repeat. Did you have a good day? Good. Now listen to the reply. Yeah, it was busy. Repeat. Yeah, it was busy. Excellent. Notice how short these lines are. Real conversations are often short. You don't need long answers. Now, let me talk about a common fear. Many learners think, I need to speak perfectly. But real conversations are not perfect. People pause. They repeat. They change direction. And that is normal. Dialogues show you that English is flexible. You don't need one correct answer. You need a natural answer. Now, let's practice another simple exchange. Listen. Do you want to go out later? Repeat. Do you want to go out later? Good. Now the reply. Maybe. I'm kind of tired. Repeat. Maybe. I'm kind of tired. Very good. That reply is real. People say that all the time. Now, imagine hearing this in real life. Your brain says, I know this. That feeling is confidence. Confidence comes from familiarity. And familiarity comes from repetition. Now, let me explain something important. When you shadow dialogues, you don't need to memorize them. You don't need to repeat them perfectly. You just need to stay close to the sound. That is enough. Over time, your brain stores the pattern. You don't think, oh, this is a dialogue. You just speak. Now, let's practice another common dialogue. Listen. Are you free tomorrow? Repeat. Are you free tomorrow? Good. Now the reply. I think so. Repeat. I think so. Excellent. That reply is short and very useful. Now, I want to talk about speed. In the beginning, you speak slowly. That is good. Speed comes later. You don't push speed. Speed grows naturally. Now, let's do one more short practice. Listen. Dialogues help me respond faster. Now repeat. Dialogues help me respond faster. Very good. That sentence explains this part. Before we move on, I want to gently invite you to stay with me. If this episode is helping you feel calmer about speaking, you can support Daily English Whisper by listening until the end. Now, in the next part, we will talk about the main problem learners face when trying to speak through dialogues, and I will introduce the simple daily ways to practice dialogue shadowing without stress. Stay with me. You are building real speaking skills. Now, let's talk about the main problem many learners face when they try to speak using dialogues. You may have felt this before. You practice some dialogues. You repeat sentences. You feel okay. But when a real conversation happens, your mind goes blank. You think, I practiced, so why can't I speak now? If this happens to you, listen carefully. This does not mean your practice was wrong. It means your practice was incomplete. The most common problem is this. Learners practice dialogues once, then move on. But speaking does not grow from one-time practice. It grows from repeated exposure to the same patterns. Think about music. You don't hear a song once and remember it forever. You hear it many times. Language works the same way. Now, another common problem is pressure. When learners practice dialogues, they think, I must remember this. I must say it correctly. That pressure blocks speaking. Because speaking is physical. Your mouth needs freedom, not rules. This is why shadowing is so important. Shadowing removes pressure. You don't stop to think. You don't judge. You just follow. And following is easier than creating. Now, let me say something very important. When you practice dialogues, you are not preparing answers. You are training response patterns. That is the key. You are not memorizing sentences. You are learning how English moves. Question. Answer. Reaction. Again and again. Let's practice a very common pattern. Listen. Did you finish? Repeat. Did you finish? Good. Now listen to the reply. Not yet. Repeat. Not yet. Very good. That exchange is short. But it appears everywhere. Work. School. Daily life. Now, imagine hearing "Did you finish?" in real life. Your brain recognizes it. Your mouth already knows one answer. That's confidence. Now, let's talk about another problem. Some learners practice dialogues that are too difficult. Long sentences. Unnatural topics. That creates frustration. For daily speaking, you need everyday dialogues. Simple situations. Common phrases. That is why this episode focuses on daily speaking builders. Small dialogues you can repeat often. Now, let's introduce the idea of daily dialogue practice. You don't practice many dialogues. You practice one dialogue per day. The same dialogue. Again and again. This may feel boring. But it works. Repetition builds automatic response. Let's try a dialogue that you could repeat all day. Listen. What are you doing? Repeat. What are you doing? Good. Now the reply. I'm just relaxing. Repeat. I'm just relaxing. Excellent. You can repeat this dialogue many times. Morning. Afternoon. Evening. It becomes familiar. Now, let me address another fear. Some learners think, if I repeat the same dialogues, I won't improve. But improvement comes from depth, not variety. When a dialogue becomes automatic, your brain has space for new language. First, comfort. Then, expansion. Now, let's practice another very common exchange. Listen. Can you help me? Repeat. Can you help me? Good. Now the reply. Sure, no problem. Repeat. Sure, no problem. Very good. That dialogue is useful everywhere. And when you repeat it many times, it becomes part of you. Now, I want to say something clearly. You don't wait until you feel ready to speak. You practice until speaking feels normal. Readiness is the result, not the requirement. Now, let's do a short combined practice. Listen. Hey, are you coming? Repeat. Hey, are you coming? Good. Now the reply. Yeah, I'll be there. Repeat. Yeah, I'll be there. Excellent. That is real English. Short. Natural. Useful. Now, let me give you a gentle reminder. When you practice dialogues, don't rush. Slow repetition builds strong habits. Fast repetition builds stress. Speed comes later. Now, before we move to the next part, let's practice one more sentence together. Listen. Repeating dialogues helps me speak naturally. Now repeat. Repeating dialogues helps me speak naturally. Very good. That sentence explains everything we are doing. In the next part, we will begin with the first simple daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. A way that fits into your real life and helps you speak every day, without pressure. Stay with me. You are building speaking confidence step by step. Now, let's begin with the first simple daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This way is very practical. And it works even if you feel busy or tired. The first way is this. Practice one short dialogue many times in one day. Not many dialogues. Just one. This is important. Many learners think they need variety. But for speaking, repetition is more powerful. When you repeat the same dialogue, your brain relaxes. It stops trying to remember. It starts responding automatically. That is exactly what you want for real speaking. Let me show you how this works. You choose one very short dialogue. 2 lines only. For example, listen. Are you ready? Now repeat. Are you ready? Good. Now the reply. Yeah, almost. Repeat. Yeah, almost. Very good. That's it. That is your dialogue for the day. You repeat it in the morning. You repeat it later. You repeat it again at night. Not all at once. Just a few times. Each repetition makes it easier. Now, let me explain why this works so well. When you repeat the same dialogue, your mouth learns the movement. Your ear learns the sound. Your brain learns the pattern. You don't translate. You don't analyze. You respond. And responding is speaking. Now, let's practice another example. Listen. Did you eat yet? Repeat. Did you eat yet? Good. Now the reply. Not yet. Repeat. Not yet. Excellent. This dialogue is very common. People use it every day. And now, you can use it too. Now, imagine hearing this question in real life. Your brain says, I know this. Your mouth answers. That feeling is confidence. Now, let's talk about when to practice this. You don't need special time. You can repeat the dialogue while walking, while waiting, while resting. You don't need full attention. Even soft repetition helps. Let's practice another simple dialogue. Listen. What time is it? Repeat. What time is it? Good. Now the reply. It's getting late. Repeat. It's getting late. Very good. This dialogue fits many situations. Now, some learners worry about boredom. They think repeating the same thing is boring. But boredom is not bad here. Boredom means familiarity. And familiarity creates speed. When a dialogue feels boring, it means it is becoming automatic. That is exactly what you want. Now, let me give you a small structure you can follow. Every day. Choose one dialogue. Repeat it 5 to 10 times during the day. Repeat both sides. That's all. You don't need more. Now, let's try another everyday exchange. Listen. Do you need anything? Repeat. Do you need anything? Good. Now the reply. No, I'm good. Repeat. No, I'm good. Excellent. That reply is short. Natural. Very useful. Now, imagine using it in real life. You don't hesitate. You respond. That is the result of repetition. Now, let me say something important. You don't need to say the dialogue perfectly. You don't need to copy the accent exactly. Clarity matters more than perfection. Your goal is comfort, not performance. Now, let's do a small combined practice. Listen. Are you coming with us? Repeat. Are you coming with us? Good. Now the reply. I think so. Repeat. I think so. Very good. That dialogue appears everywhere. And repeating it today prepares you for tomorrow. Now, let me remind you of something. You don't wait to speak in real life to practice dialogues. You practice dialogues so real life feels easier. That is the order. Practice first. Comfort later. Now, before we move to the next part, let's practice one more sentence together. Listen. One dialogue a day builds my speaking. Now repeat. One dialogue a day builds my speaking. Very good. That sentence explains this method. In the next part, we will move to the second daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This one helps you learn how to start and end conversations naturally. Stay with me. You are building daily speaking confidence, step by step. Now, let's move to the second daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This way is very important for real conversations. The second way is this. Practice starting and ending conversations naturally. Many learners can answer questions, but they feel uncomfortable starting a conversation, and they feel unsure ending it. This creates stress, because real conversations are not only about answers. They are about opening and closing. So today, we train those two moments. Let's begin with starting a conversation. Conversation starters are usually short, friendly, simple. They don't sound formal. Let's practice some common ones. Listen. Hey, how's it going? Now repeat. Hey, how's it going? Good. That sentence is very common. You can use it with friends, coworkers, or people you know. Now, listen to a natural reply. Pretty good. How about you? Repeat. Pretty good. How about you? Very good. That is a full opening exchange. Now, let's try another common starter. Listen. Hi, do you have a minute? Repeat. Hi, do you have a minute? Good. Now the reply. Yeah, what's up? Repeat. Yeah, what's up? Excellent. Notice something important. These starters are not perfect English. They are real English. Short. Natural. Easy to say. Now, let's talk about ending conversations. Many learners don't know how to stop talking politely. They feel stuck. So we practice endings too. Endings are also short and friendly. Let's practice one. Listen. All right, I have to go. Repeat. All right, I have to go. Good. Now the reply. Okay, talk to you later. Repeat. Okay, talk to you later. Very good. That is a clean ending. Now, let's try another common ending. Listen. Well, it was nice talking to you. Repeat. Well, it was nice talking to you. Good. Now the reply. Yeah, you too. Repeat. Yeah, you too. Excellent. These endings are polite and natural. Now, let me explain why this daily way works so well. When you practice openings and endings, you feel in control. You don't feel trapped in conversations. You know how to enter. You know how to leave. That reduces anxiety. And when anxiety goes down, speaking becomes easier. Now, let's practice a full short dialogue, from start to end. Listen carefully. Hey, are you busy? Not really. What's up? Just wanted to check something. Sure. All right, thanks. Talk later. No problem. See you. Now, we will repeat it step by step. Repeat the first line. Hey, are you busy? Good. Now the reply. Not really. What's up? Good. Next line. Just wanted to check something. Repeat. Just wanted to check something. Good. Next reply. Sure. Repeat. Sure. Good. Now the ending. All right, thanks. Talk later. Repeat. All right, thanks. Talk later. And the final reply. No problem. See you. Excellent. That is a complete real-life dialogue. Short. Clear. Natural. Now, imagine practicing one dialogue like this every day. You don't need many. Just one. You repeat it during the day. Softly. Calmly. Your brain starts recognizing conversation structure. Start. Middle. End. And speaking becomes less scary. Now, let me address a common fear. Some learners think, if I start a conversation, I must continue a long time. That is not true. You can start and end quickly. And that's okay. Real conversations don't need to be long. Now, let's practice another short start-to-end exchange. Listen. Hey, are you heading out? Yeah, in a bit. Okay, have a good one. Thanks, you too. Now repeat together. Hey, are you heading out? Good. Yeah, in a bit. Good. Okay, have a good one. Good. Thanks, you too. Excellent. That dialogue is very common in daily life. And now, it is familiar to you. Now, before we move on, let's practice one more helpful sentence. Listen. I know how to start and end conversations. Now repeat. I know how to start and end conversations. Very good. That sentence builds confidence. In the next part, we will move to the third daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This one helps you react naturally in conversations, even when you don't know what to say. Stay with me. You are building real, daily speaking skills. Now, let's move to the third daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This way is very important for real conversations. The third way is this. Practice natural reactions, not perfect answers. Many learners stop speaking because they think, I don't know what to say. But in real conversations, you don't always need to say something smart. You need to react. Reactions keep conversations alive. They show you are listening. They show you understand the situation. They buy you time. And reactions are usually very short. Let me explain. When someone speaks to you, your first response does not need to be a full sentence. Often, it is just a reaction. Words like, oh, really? I see. That makes sense. These are powerful. They keep the conversation moving. Now, let's practice some very common reactions. Listen. Oh, really? Now repeat. Oh, really? Good. That reaction shows interest. Now, another one. Listen. I see. Repeat. I see. Very good. This reaction shows understanding. Now, another one. Listen. That makes sense. Repeat. That makes sense. Excellent. These reactions are used everywhere. Work, friends, daily life. And they are easy to say. Now, let's practice reactions inside a short dialogue. Listen carefully. I'm feeling a bit tired today. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't sleep much. I see. Now we repeat it step by step. Repeat the first line. I'm feeling a bit tired today. Good. Now the reaction. Oh, really? Good. Next line. Yeah, I didn't sleep much. Repeat. Yeah, I didn't sleep much. Good. Now the reaction. I see. Excellent. That is a real conversation. Short statements. Simple reactions. No pressure. Now, let me explain why this daily way works so well. When you practice reactions, you remove fear. You don't think, I must answer perfectly. You think, I can react. And reactions are easy. Now, let's practice another common reaction. Listen. Got it. Repeat. Got it. Good. This reaction means I understand. Now another one. Listen. Sounds good. Repeat. Sounds good. Very good. Now, let's put these into a dialogue. Listen. Let's meet later. Sounds good. Now repeat. Let's meet later. Good. Sounds good. Excellent. That is a complete exchange. Now, another example. Listen. I'll send you the message later. Got it. Repeat. I'll send you the message later. Good. Got it. Excellent. These are very common in real life. Now, let's talk about fillers. Fillers help when you need time. Words like well, let me think. These are not mistakes. They are tools. Let's practice one. Listen. Well. Repeat. Well. Good. Now another one. Listen. Let me think. Repeat. Let me think. Very good. Now, let's put that into a dialogue. Listen. What do you want to eat? Well, let me think. Now repeat. What do you want to eat? Good. Well, let me think. Excellent. That sounds real. Now, imagine this in real life. Someone asks you something. You don't panic. You react first. Then you answer. That's how conversations work. Now, let me say something very important. You do not need to answer immediately. Reactions give you space. And space gives you confidence. Now, let's practice a longer reaction dialogue. Listen. I might be late today. Oh, okay. There's a lot of traffic. That makes sense. Now repeat step by step. I might be late today. Good. Oh, okay. Good. There's a lot of traffic. Repeat. There's a lot of traffic. Good. That makes sense. Excellent. This dialogue feels natural. And you didn't need advanced English. Now, imagine practicing reactions every day. Just a few. You hear them. You repeat them. You use them. Soon, your brain reacts automatically. Now, let's practice one more useful reaction. Listen. No worries. Repeat. No worries. Very good. That phrase is friendly and common. Now, before we move on, let's repeat one important sentence together. Listen. Reactions help me keep speaking. Now repeat. Reactions help me keep speaking. Very good. That sentence explains this daily way. In the next part, we will move to the fourth daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This one helps you continue conversations even when they become a little longer. Stay with me. You are learning how to speak naturally, step by step. Now, let's move to the fourth daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This way helps you with a very common fear. The fear of what happens after the first answers. Many learners can start a conversation. Many learners can react. But when the conversation continues, they feel lost. They think, what do I say now? How do I keep this going? So the fourth way is this. Practice simple follow-up lines. Follow-up lines are short sentences that continue the conversation. They don't add new ideas. They don't change the topic. They simply keep the flow. This is very important. Real conversations are not deep interviews. They are built with small follow-ups. Let me show you what I mean. Someone says, I'm really busy today. A beginner may think, I don't know what to say. But you don't need a big answer. You can use a follow-up. For example, oh yeah? Why is that? That sounds stressful. Let's practice these. Listen. Oh yeah? Now repeat. Oh yeah? Good. This follow-up invites the other person to continue. Now another one. Listen. Why is that? Repeat. Why is that? Very good. Now another one. Listen. That sounds stressful. Repeat. That sounds stressful. Excellent. These lines are simple but powerful. They show interest. They keep the conversation alive. Now, let's practice a short dialogue using follow-ups. Listen carefully. I'm really busy today. Oh yeah? Yeah, I have a lot of meetings. That sounds stressful. Now repeat step by step. Repeat the first line. I'm really busy today. Good. Now the follow-up. Oh yeah? Good. Next line. Yeah, I have a lot of meetings. Repeat. Yeah, I have a lot of meetings. Good. Now the follow-up. That sounds stressful. Excellent. That conversation feels natural. And you didn't need advanced English. Now, let's try another example. Listen. I'm thinking about traveling soon. Oh, really? Yeah, maybe next month. That sounds nice. Now repeat it together. I'm thinking about traveling soon. Good. Oh, really? Good. Yeah, maybe next month. Good. That sounds nice. Excellent. This is real English. Short statements. Simple reactions. Easy follow-ups. Now, let me explain why this daily way works so well. Follow-ups remove pressure. You don't need to think of a new topic. You stay with the same one. This gives your brain time. Time to relax. Time to think. Now, let's practice more common follow-ups. Listen. And then? Repeat. And then? Good. This follow-up asks for more details. Now another one. Listen. How about you? Repeat. How about you? Very good. This one turns the conversation back. Now another one. Listen. What happened? Repeat. What happened? Excellent. Now, let's use these in a dialogue. Listen. I watched a movie last night. Oh yeah? Yeah, it was really good. And then? I went to bed. How about you? Now repeat step by step. I watched a movie last night. Good. Oh yeah? Good. Yeah, it was really good. Good. And then? Good. I went to bed. Good. How about you? Excellent. That dialogue flows naturally. And you didn't need many words. Now, let me say something important. You don't need many follow-ups. Even 2 or 3 are enough. If you can say, oh yeah? How about you? Why is that? You can continue many conversations. Now, imagine practicing these follow-ups every day. You hear them. You repeat them. You use them. Soon, your mouth reacts without fear. Now, let's practice one more useful follow-up. Listen. Tell me more. Repeat. Tell me more. Very good. That line invites the other person to speak. And that takes pressure off you. Now, before we move on, let's repeat one important sentence together. Listen. Follow-up lines help me keep conversations going. Now repeat. Follow-up lines help me keep conversations going. Very good. That sentence explains this daily way. In the next part, we will move to the 5th daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This one helps you combine everything, starting, reacting, and continuing. into short, confident daily speaking practice. Stay with me. You are learning how real conversations really work. Now, let's move to the fifth daily way to practice dialogue shadowing. This way brings everything together. Starting, reacting, following up, ending. The fifth way is this. Practice short, complete conversations every day. Not long talks. Not difficult topics. Just small, complete dialogues. A beginning, a middle, an ending. This is very powerful, because your brain learns the full shape of a conversation. You don't feel lost anymore. You know how conversations start, how they continue, and how they finish. Let me show you how simple this can be. A complete daily dialogue can be only 4 or 5 lines. That's it. Let's practice one together. Listen carefully. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. How about you? I'm a bit tired today. Oh yeah? Long day? Yeah. Anyway, I have to go. Okay, talk later. Now we repeat it step by step. Repeat the first line. Hey, how's it going? Good. Now the reply. Pretty good. How about you? Good. Next line. I'm a bit tired today. Repeat. I'm a bit tired today. Good. Now the follow-up. Oh yeah? Long day? Repeat. Oh yeah? Long day? Good. Now the ending. Yeah. Anyway, I have to go. Repeat. Yeah. Anyway, I have to go. And the final reply. Okay, talk later. Excellent. That is a complete conversation. Short. Natural. Real. Now, imagine practicing one conversation like this every day. You don't memorize it. You repeat it. Morning. Afternoon. Evening. Each time, it feels easier. Now, let's practice another complete daily dialogue. Listen. Hi, are you busy? Not really. What's up? I just had a quick question. Sure. Never mind, I figured it out. Oh, okay. Now repeat together. Hi, are you busy? Good. Not really. What's up? Good. I just had a quick question. Good. Sure. Good. Never mind, I figured it out. Good. Oh, okay. Excellent. That conversation happens in real life all the time. And now, it feels familiar. Now, let me explain why this daily way works so well. When you practice complete conversations, your brain stops fearing the unknown. You know what comes next. That feeling reduces anxiety. And when anxiety goes down, speaking goes up. Now, let's talk about how to practice this daily way. You don't need many conversations. One per day is enough. You can. Repeat it out loud. Whisper it. Move your lips. Say it in your mind. All of it works. What matters is repetition. Now, let me address a common fear. Some learners think, if I repeat dialogues, I'll sound robotic. But real speaking doesn't copy dialogues exactly. Dialogues create building blocks. Later, your brain mixes them naturally. First, repetition. Then, variation. Now, let's practice another short complete dialogue. Listen. Are you heading home? Yeah, in a bit. Long day? Pretty long. All right, get some rest. Thanks, you too. Now repeat it step by step. Are you heading home? Good. Yeah, in a bit. Good. Long day? Good. Pretty long. Good. All right, get some rest. Good. Thanks, you too. Excellent. That dialogue feels very natural. Now, imagine this situation happening tomorrow. Your brain says, I've done this before. And you speak. That is confidence. Now, let me remind you of something important. You don't need to practice perfectly. You don't need to practice for long. Consistency matters more than intensity. One complete conversation per day builds speaking faster than long study once a week. Now, let's practice one more helpful sentence together. Listen. Short conversations build strong speaking habits. Now repeat. Short conversations build strong speaking habits. Very good. That sentence explains this daily way. Before we move to the final part, I want you to pause for a moment. Notice how dialogues feel now. Less scary? More familiar? That means it's working. In the final part, we will bring everything together. We will review the daily speaking builders. And we will close this episode with calm confidence. Stay with me. You are closer to real speaking than you think. Now, let's slow down and bring this episode to a close. You've spent this time listening to English. You've repeated short dialogues. You've practiced speaking calmly. And that matters. Today, this episode focused on dialogues, shadowing practice, and daily speaking building. Not fast English. Not perfect English. Real English. English used in everyday conversations. You learned that speaking is not about long sentences. It is about exchange. One person speaks. You respond. You react. You continue. You end. And you practiced each part. You practiced starting conversations, reacting naturally, using follow-up lines, ending conversations politely, combining everything into short, complete dialogues. This is how real speaking grows. Let's bring everything together into one simple idea. This is the heart of today's episode. I can speak English through small, daily dialogues. Let me say it again. I can speak English through small, daily dialogues. Now repeat. I can speak English through small, daily dialogues. Very good. That sentence is true. Because you practiced today. You didn't wait to feel confident. You practiced to build confidence. Confidence comes from familiarity. Familiarity comes from repetition. And repetition is exactly what you did. Now, I want you to imagine something. Imagine tomorrow. Someone speaks to you in English. Your mind does not freeze. Your mouth moves. Maybe slowly. Maybe simply. But it moves. That is progress. You don't need to speak perfectly to communicate. You need to stay in the conversation. And now, you know how to do that. You can start. You can react. You can follow up. You can end. That is speaking. Before we finish, let's do one last gentle practice together. Listen. I am becoming more comfortable speaking English. Now repeat. I am becoming more comfortable speaking English. Very good. That sentence describes your journey. Speaking does not change overnight. It changes quietly. Day by day. Dialogue by dialogue. And you are on that path. If this episode helped you feel calmer about speaking English, I invite you to stay connected. You can subscribe to Daily English Whisper and continue building your speaking skills in this slow, supportive way. New episodes. Real dialogues. No pressure. And if you want, you can leave a short comment. Something simple like, I practiced dialogues today. Or, I feel less afraid to speak. Your words may help another learner feel brave enough to start. Before we say goodbye, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not bad at English. You are learning how to speak. And learning takes repetition, not perfection. I'm proud of you for showing up and practicing today. My name is Alex. This is Daily English Whisper. Take care of yourself. Keep practicing small dialogues. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.